Today's video, I'm going to be riding my bike, so please bear with me. So today's message is going to be about looking at the world from a clearer vision. Looking at the world without the 3D tinted glasses. Before I start talking about this message, I just wanted to point out that the summer is behind us. We are now in the fall period, or as it is better known here in the UK as the autumn period. During the autumn period, you're going to see leaves changing colors and then falling to the ground. It's a fascinating idea, it's a fascinating experience, and it's a fascinating concept which very, very much correlates to the growth of your spiritual ascension. How is it correlated? I shall explain, whilst also explaining the idea of seeing the world from 5D glasses and saying goodbye to the 3D tinted glasses. I just wanted to point out that I am very, very happy to say that it's almost 24 hours since I started my dry fast. Every Sunday I fast for 24 hours. And we're almost done 24 hours of the dry fast. Today's dry fast wasn't just a dry fast. It's not just a dry fast, it's a hard dry fast. Why is it called a hard dry fast? During the past 24 hours, I had no food or water, and my body did not come into contact with any water. That is the concept of a hard dry fast. No shower, no brushing teeth, no washing hands, nada. Don't worry about it. I hadn't had the necessity to meet anybody today. It's been a day of a lot of spiritual learning today. I spent my day doing a lot of spiritual meditations, connecting to God, surrendering to God, and seeing amazing visions thereafter. Like I said in my last video, people who are not spiritual don't see that as a benefit, and they might even see it as something weird and silly. I think my humble perspective is that somebody who's not spiritual doesn't really have an explanation as to why they're living their life. And because they don't have such an explanation, and they live life with heaviness, with all seriousness, believing that this is it, this is the only life you have, I think it's a senseless way of living. It's my humble perspective. Everyone's on their own journey, everyone has their own life, and it's not for me to judge. But that's the way I saw my life before and after. Again, I don't think it's right to judge anybody. What is the idea? What is the concept of seeing the world through a 5D glasses and removing the 3D tinted glasses? Not driving with a windshield which is misty. What does that mean, not going through life whilst viewing things with the 3D tinted glasses, viewing things through the misty windshield? I shall explain. Imagine somebody judges you for making the choice to wear a certain article of clothing. That really, really upsets you. You get despondent as a result, and you feel upset. Thing is that if you realize that this person has passed on judgment towards you, if you realize that this person has engaged in a means of seeing you through their misty glasses, you'll effectively help yourself and help them. A lot of people in life are on this journey of life going through their own issues. They manipulate others, they're judgy towards others, precisely because they have yet to deal with their inner struggle. They have yet to deal with their inner turmoil. Why would you go ahead and worry about that? Why would you go ahead and judge them? And why would you go ahead and see it as anything but them seeing life through the misty windshield, through their foggy 3D tinted glasses. What do you have to benefit from not noticing, not realizing what it is they're having to contend with? So instead of passing on judgment towards them, how about not passing on judgment towards anybody and understanding that whilst it's not nice for other people to tell you what to wear, it's not nice for anybody to be judgy, nonetheless, people are only dealing with their own reality. They're being mean to you because they're dealing with their inner struggle. They're dealing with their inner turmoil. Have you ever had dealings with a narcissist? Have you ever properly researched the narcissist's childhood, teenage years? I've had dealings with a narcissist, and I went and I did some research on that particular narcissist's childhood, teenage years, and I found that that particular narcissist had a very, very troubled childhood. In their childhood, they were mocked and ridiculed, and in their teenage years, it increased tenfold. I was just their means of healing. I was just their means of feeling better about themselves because they refused to deal with it. They refused to deal with their issues from a deep inner place. Like I've said before, it's also a karmic agreement. In other words, we contracted, me and this particular narcissist, we contracted prior to coming to this life. That's something I deeply believe in. And so we contracted to this reality. We contracted for me to become hurt and abused, physical and mental, through this particular narcissist. That's something we contracted to. And like I've said before, I regret nothing in my life. And I'm pleased to have learned the lessons I needed to learn. I am pleased to have been abused in the past. Although, no, I don't condone abuse in any way. I am the first person that would condemn abuse, by all means. Just a second. When birds are chirping, I get excited. When birds are chirping, I get excited. Can you hear the birds chirping? You want to know why I get excited? Because birds could see things which we can't. Birds could see miles away. They have a certain vision which we don't. Getting back to the point, because it's better that way. When I started viewing this particular narcissist's childhood, I started realizing that I was just their hospital bed, so to speak. That sounds a bit funny, right? Hospital bed? How can I be somebody else's hospital bed? That's sort of the way I look at it. I was their hospital bed. It hurt, but I learned an amazing lesson in the process. I learned how to define my boundaries. I learned how to have boundaries in life. And I learned confidence and how to assert myself from a deep, 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 deep inner place. So many people go through life never defining their boundaries, never telling people, these are my boundaries, and they are not up for negotiation. I got the privilege of being able to do that, and that's why I'm so grateful for the narcissists in my life who abused me physically and mentally. It gave me the ability to be who I am today. It gave me the ability to see life from a spiritual dimension, to see life from a spiritual paradigm. And that's something which I'm deeply grateful. Would I go out for a drink with this particular narcissist? Would I go to bed with this particular narcissist? Would I go out for a meal with this particular narcissist? No, not a chance. I have boundaries, I have borders, and they are not there to be violated. Another point which I wanted to mention today, and that is that my spiritual ascension, which has given me a strong interest in intermittent fasting, has given me the ability to be very energetic throughout my days. You know, I see people in the morning busy with their food and their drinks, and they're not high energy. They don't have more energy than me. Surprise, surprise, they don't have more energy than I do. And I could put out a lot more than they could. Why is that? Because my body's gotten used to intermittent fasting, and it doesn't need food up until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that great? I think it is. But I must point out though that it took me over a month for my mornings to become like that. It took me over a month for me to say, for my body to say, for my brain to say, more realistically, for my brain to say, okay, I don't need to eat. I don't need to drink until 2 o'clock. And my body's fine with it. And when I stop eating or drinking after 8 o'clock, my body is fine with it. I have no need to eat or drink after 8 o'clock. On my spiritual journey, I also don't drink alcohol. And that's amazing. I don't drink alcohol, but I'm full of energy. I could go out and have a nightlife, and I could find my spiritual energy to give me an ability to dance and enjoy myself. That's something I did last night, and I really, really enjoyed myself. That's today's video. If you enjoy this, if you enjoy this video, share this video with friends and family and acquaintances and peers, and feel free to drop a comment down below. I love you so much, and I'm sending you high vibes, high frequency. I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's video. I love you.